college. Like they're all going to like the Vought college where they like are, it's like a superhero college, and this girl can shrink down really small.
Oh no, more penis exploding?
Dude, it is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, Todd's in the middle of a story, but we got to start a podcast. The actual reason why we're here is a podcast. It's called the Monday M.A.S.S, the world's greatest action sports podcast. And I'm Chris Coté.
Yep.
That's when you're supposed to say, I'm Todd Richards.
There
We've
you
only
go.
been doing
I
this
got
for 5 years.
I got you to say it for me.
Jeez, we got a special show for you today, folks. And the goodest news of them all is it's Halloween season. It's October 2nd.
October 2nd. What have you...
I got a new shirt from my friend Tom Johnson.
So what do you do to prepare for Halloween season? Do you have a pumpkin already?
You didn't see the lawn monsters that I built. Can you shut that door, Dane? Thank you. We have a special guest in studio for once. Also, we'll introduce him shortly. But I built my lawn monsters.
Any new lawn monsters this year?
I got a whole gang of witches. 8 witches are now haunting my front lawn.
That's cool.
It's pretty badass.
But it is Halloween time, so we will have a Halloween themed.
What did you just eat?
Why? Did you just smell that burp?
God. The level of professionalism needs to come up a little bit.
Do you guys like corn?
Slightly.
You guys like corn?
It smells like corn, to be honest.
Corn on the knob.
There's no way to get people on your Instagram feed to
smell
the scent.
Yeah, it's not good.
On the scent.
It's not good. I burped.
All right, well, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. This is a podcast. It's presented to you by, we got a new sponsor, Todd. Look at all this stuff right here. We got stuff from our new sponsor.
Chris is going to get some stuff. I don't know where he's going. Now he's back. He's back with clothing.
Check it out. This is from our new sponsor. It's a shipping company. It's called Vesyl. Vesyl.com. Here's the deal. Let me
get this straight. Yeah. We're sponsored by a shipping company.
Yeah. Look, we got shirts, and it makes sense, right? Because I'm sure a lot of people out there watching and listening, like myself, probably like Todd, every once in a while you sell something on eBay, you sell something on OfferUp, and then inevitably you forget about it and you don't ship it, and then you lose your you lose your spot on eBay because you blew it and you didn't ship it, or you have to go and wait in line at the post office.
Very specific incident. Well, now
Vesyl is a way you can ship from your house simply. Even dummies like Todd and I can do it.
Does this mean that we have to start shipping merch?
We got to start shipping some merch.
God damn it.
We're going to start shipping merch. We're going to be using Vesyl. It's Vesyl.com.
We're not just going to take your money anymore. We're actually going to ship the product out. Joke's over.
Yeah, it's getting real. It's perfect. The holidays are coming up. You want to ship a present to one of your friends back east, to your mom. You can ship her a hoodie. It's very simple. It's seamless.
You pick up a sick corn patch.
You got a corn patch you want to get to someone?
You guys down with
corn? That's a new sponsor. We're very stoked to have them because it's actually something that we're going to use. I started getting into card collecting again, Todd, so I'm going to be slinging cards.
Greeting cards?
Like baseball and football cards. I don't know anything about them, but I just like to gamble a little bit, so I buy cards. And
what do you mean, like when
ship them?
Do you ever see those videos where like, the dude busts open a fresh pack?
Dude, every night there's a new card shop in Encinitas called Ross Cards and Collectibles, and I tune into their show. It's called Breaks, Live Breaks. You got to get the terminology right, Live Breaks, and that's how I started getting into getting into collectible cards, and they're a good investment apparently. But yeah, we got a new sponsor, Vesyl. They're with us for the long haul.
Your kids
Shipping?
know you're into that?
Shipping, the long haul.
Your kids know you're into baseball card collecting?
Yes.
What other kind of cards do you collect?
Garbage Pail Kids.
Do you really?
Yeah.
They reissued those?
Yeah, I got some right here. Somewhere. I got some over there.
Wow.
They're not a sponsor of the show, though, so...
I'm just curious. I just want to know more about your card.
You know who is a sponsor of the show? 1620 Workwear. 1620 USA-made workwear. Put it this way. They make workwear so good that they guarantee their pants for life. So people that do real shit, build stuff, make stuff, weld shape surfboards, whatever. Actual people that do actual work, they can buy these pants and they're guaranteed for life. You rip them, they'll fix them.
What if you shit them?
If you shit them, they'll fix them. But you
Okay.
gotta be courteous and wash them before you send them. At 1620 USA, Mint Tours. Do you have Chad Otterstrom's phone number?
I do, but we're using my phone.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Does anybody out there have Chad Otterstrom's phone number? You
Chad's-
texted to me.
Chad's probably watching, actually.
Chad.
What do we need?
Well, I was gonna talk to him. He was at Mecca. I was gonna talk to
I
him
don't
about
think
Mint
Chad
Tours.
went to Mecca.
He was the judge at the contest.
Oh, he was?
You didn't go to Mecca,
I didn't.
but anyway, Mint Tours. Todd and I are gonna be going on a Mint tour, and we're actually gonna get the founder.
All right,
of
let's get
Mint
this.
Tours.
Dude, we got a lot
coming.
to get through here, and you're seriously snailing at this point.
Oleu Originals at Oleu_Originals. The board shirt. Go ahead. You're so good at this. I was at Hanson's this morning. Hanson Surfboards. I was there this morning, and I got a discount from the crew. I bought a traction pad and a screw thing to take fins out. Go ahead.
A fin key?
A finky.
You
It's
bought
called
a fin key.
A fin ratchet.
You bought a ratchet one.
Yeah. I'm
Alright.
gonna get my coffee. You can sell.
Oh my
You can
God.
do stuff.
Machu Picchu Energy at MachuPicchu.energy. The matcha. Do you like matcha, Chris?
Matcha.
Yeah. Well, the actual matcha is the one. That is the one that you want to drink. It gets you stoked. It gets you the
Yeah.
power. I can't read.
I was gonna show you something.
Powers you through the day with all that plus. At Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel, it is underwear that you wear, and it's very comfortable, and you can get through a full work
Whoops.
day. Oh my God, you're an
Sorry, I
idiot.
dropped my tea bag. Ow!
That's what she said.
Jesus. Never mind.
At Bubs Naturals, do you like collagen? Do you like having extra hair? Maybe some
Yes.
really strong fingernails. I don't know, bone density, all kinds of buzzwords.
Yeah, it's
Bubs
the
Naturals has that kind of shit and more.
We
At
love it.
Bachan's Japanese barbecue sauce at Try Bachan's. Look, dude, get yourself some
Look.
fish, put it in a bag with some Bachan's original, shake it up with a little green onions in there, leave it in your refrigerator for about 3.5 hours, and biggity bam, when you fry that up on the grill or
You're
whatever.
a chef.
However, people that have to cook their own food, do things, it'll taste great. What else? At New Greens.
Oh, you're so good at
At
ads.
New Greens. Look, this is the time of year where I kind of feel like I've got scurvy. I don't have enough vegetables in my life because.
Did you bring my new greens, by the way?
Wow. By bring, I have it at my house.
I feel like if you really love someone and you want to be their friend, you will do anything you can to keep them healthy. And I see what Todd is doing now by not bringing me new greens.
Dude, this is a fucking contest, Chris. I am going to outlive you, so I can't just
well,
give you the
got
same
new
shit.
greens to give to me.
Well,
Therefore, if you outlive me,
new
you've
rules,
cheated.
dork.
New greens.
Who else we got?
I'd like some.
Panic and
DieCutStickers.com.
I was going to say Panic and Coffee and
Panic
Tea.
and Coffee and Tea. You saw me dip in the tea bag. I love that thing. The tea bags. Panic and coffee bags, I guess they would be called. They're not tea.
What if you
But
put
all the spooky stuff is up at Panicking right now. So if you're anywhere in Encinitas or close to, you got to visit. It's a fun little spooky shop in there right now.
And now you can say the other one.
DieCutStickers.com. DieCutStickers.com. We got new Sunbender stickers for my new band. And I feel like if you're in a band and you get stickers, you're like a real band.
Mhm.
You know, Led Zeppelin,
You know, if you really
Corn.
want to take it to another level,
Rolling
you
Stones,
get yourself a corn.
Guns N' Roses,
Corn has
Fugazi,
patches.
you know, Radiohead. They all have stickers, and so does Sunbender, thanks to DieCutStickers.com.
You should get patches.
Yeah,
Do they make
I
patches?
think we said everything.
Okay.
We should start with our special
Yeah, we're going to
guest.
start off. We have a
Okay.
special guest here. Dane Barry
This
is here
fun.
from
Make
Nixon.
some room for him.
He has a special product
Oh,
drop.
this is special.
It just coincidentally goes with the current news that dropped on Friday.
You sit in the middle, Dane.
So Dane, hi Dane.
Hello.
Hi.
We have our director over here, making sure that everybody fits.
Dane is from Nixon and he has some special product for us. Dane, well, you need the product.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
This is well, I guess this
Put
is
that in your lap.
would have been a little bit more timely if it was last week, but
It was Friday.
Dane, you can't man spread on the Monday M.A.S.S, okay? You need to put your legs together a little bit because we're not used to having guests. Are you used to having guests, Todd?
Sorry?
Are you used to having guests?
No.
We've never had. We had Modders Apps.
Yeah.
Wes Kramer.
Legends.
Dane Barry. It's pretty much that's it. Go
Oh.
ahead.
I'm very happy to be a part of that list. Double
I'm just gonna be over here. I'm gonna go.
All right, so talking to the microphone and tell.
Tell us
Okay,
what's going on.
Dane, what did you bring to show us today?
Well,
this is
we
exciting.
got tomorrow. You guys are getting a sneak peek actually because
Come
it drops
on.
tomorrow.
This
but
drops tomorrow.
This is the Tupac collection from Nixon,
Nixon.
limited edition.
You're really, you
And
gotta
Tupac.
talk into that.
Now-
you been on a podcast?
No, it's first podcast. I thought I was giving these to you guys.
Good luck.
Now,
Yeah.
Dane, you realize that Tupac is not alive anymore.
Just recently passed away.
And we heard that on Friday, this is
damn.
this is very timely news.
Get it?
Pretty
Because on
crazy.
Friday, Tupac's killer was actually arrested, or one of them, or I don't know, the mastermind of the
Yeah, it was
thing.
Puff Daddy.
Something of that
So
regard.
this is pretty insane. So you guys have this collaboration with Tupac, very tastefully done. Now there's a story behind this. This isn't just like random Tupac stuff. It's like it has to do with a very specific thing.
Yes, exactly. And like you said, the news.
Talk into the mic.
The news on Friday was quite timely, but no, this project has been in the works for about 18 months, I would say, maybe even more. We've been working directly with Tupac's estate and their family, but we didn't want to just do the classic, put his logo and name on a watch. So we took the inspiration from his poetry rather than his music. So the poem, "The Rose That Grew from Concrete," is the main inspiration for this collection. So in
like that
each watch, you'll see a lot of roses or words to
Words.
the poem on the time teller and stuff like that. So a lot of references to the poem directly. So it's a little bit of a departure from what you would normally see from a artist collaboration, but
Very
we're
cool,
really
though.
stoked to do it.
Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, obviously Nixon has done so many unique collaborations with artists from Metallica,
Rolling
to
Stones.
the Rolling Stones ones with Beastie Boys. I mean,
Oh yeah, Beastie Boys way
all
back. Grateful
kinds.
Dead.
I like
That's
the
right.
box,
I
too.
try to ignore the
Yeah.
Grateful Dead one, but that's cool that you guys did that.
But that was before my time.
Yeah, that was before. Next,
Cool, we can
as long as you guys don't
done.
drop a fish collab, I'm cool with it.
Wow.
So this
Write
is
that
out
down.
now. How many watches?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow it's out.
Oh, dude.
Tomorrow it is out.
Oh, this one's
Here's the main one actually. This is gonna be what the
So what is retail on like the highest end one? Because people always want to know about that.
that would be this one that I'm opening up right here, the
Oh.
51.
Oh my god,
This is the
dude!
one that the Tupac hologram would wear.
Oh, I did the satisfying part of
The
peeling the
Tupac
sticker off.
hologram would
But
wear.
this is the 5130. I don't know. If
Oh,
people can
dude,
see
that's
that.
a beefer.
Wow. Yeah. Here, let me
Double
give people
You can get closer than
a
me.
close up. These are pretty insane. Like if you're a Tupac fan, there's kind of no reason why you wouldn't have these.
So a Tupac fans of any level can get involved, right? These are not just fancy high end watches. You've got starter kits for the Tupac people that just want to kind of enter the watch game, right?
Yeah, no, they're definitely on the more affordable end when it comes to the watch world. But they are limited edition. We are not going to be doing
What?
any sort of reordering on these. So what we have is what we have between Nixon.com and your local shops. So once they're out there,
Look at that.
gotta go get them.
That's awesome.
Chris, what's your favorite Tupac song?
Hit 'em up. Hit 'em up.
Okay.
It's a battle beef song.
You stole mine.
That was yours.
That was mine.
I think that's the reason that he got murdered.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk
I
about
mean,
that later.
this is. I mean, it is kind of crazy with the way that news just coincidentally dropped on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But
I think there's
Nixon
more.
had nothing
I think there's
involved
more
with
to
the-
it. I think there's much more to it than.
Well, you actually mentioned that Nixon marketing dollars that usually go to like advertising.
Oh yeah,
and-
this is
but
pretty interesting.
Nixon marketing dollars actually went straight to the FBI investigation to try to solve this crime to coincide with the drop, right?
No comment.
Okay, well you can't.
But
probably
isn't
comment on
isn't
that.
like isn't there a bunch of isn't the money from this being it goes to like a foundation as well? Isn't that right?
There is a foundation element tied to it, I think, through the estate, but I'm not too sure on it, honestly.
Okay. Well, I'm just making shit up.
Yeah.
Dane Barry's also a member of the Friday Morning Poods Adult Swim Crew. What's it like to get up early on a Friday morning and go skate with your buds and never see Todd there?
I don't want to get up early and go skateboarding.
'Cause he won't. I invited him.
But if for me to get up and skate as early as you guys do, I'd have to get up at 3 in the morning.
Oh my gosh. You need
There's
to-
a full process. I have to poop. I have to, get like naturally warmed up.
You- You're not there till like 8.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Todd's never.
I'm like 7.
I am not skateboarding before 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry.
This is super rad. We've got a sneak preview, a sneak peek at the brand new two-pot collection from Nixon. Love to see it. Stuff looks awesome. I like this one personally. That's the what the
Line these up pretty nice.
that's the black with gold. That one's dope. So we got two-pot coming out, and I know that you're also you've got a lot of involvement with Nixon all over the place.
Yeah, what else is new?
What's new?
Yeah, what else is coming out?
Nixon News. Go ahead. This is Nixon News.
Nixon
Let's get
News.
it there.
One day. No, we got the Tupac collab dropping tomorrow. That's going to be our, the main thing we're pushing right now. And then shortly after, for the true Nixon insiders, Friday the 13th is quite an important day for us. If you go on our website, catalog, any sort of product photos, the date window is always Friday the 13th on the product images. And
Yeah.
that just comes from Chad and Andy, saying why not make a little joke out of it, have some fun with this. So recently we started dropping limited edition Friday the 13th watches. We only make 13 of them, and then
Have you ever
once they're up.
I can't remember if they ever did like a Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th watch. That'd be pretty sick.
What I've learned at Nixon is if you come up with an idea, Chad probably already did it
Yeah.
at some point.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Dane.
Yes, of
Dane
course.
All right,
Barry
thank
coming
you.
through
Thanks, Dane.
with the Nixon preview.
Thank you for having me.
We're Todd and I get to keep one each.
We'll leave these here as a.
We're gonna
Well,
leave
are you
those there.
leaving? You have to go now,
here-
Dane?
No, Dane, you can sit right here.
Okay, sit over
You
there.
can now. You're still on the show, but you're just not like featured
Yeah,
on
we'll
the show.
refer to you.
You're just off the show.
Yeah.
You can.
I like being on.
Yeah, you're just off the show, but you're still on the show. So Dane's here for comments, right? Okay.
Good. So we're gonna move right into
Surf news.
surf news, brought to you by Hanson
Hanson
Surfboards,
Surfboards.
the oldest board shop in
The
Encinitas.
sickest. Speaking of the sickest, congratulations, Jeremy Flores and the crew. The Quiksilver Festival event, looking like it was one of the surf contests of the year.
Unreal. So far,
Incredible.
I feel like Quick has been their track record of when they throw events, and I mean, this is not just me tooting a horn that I also
Sponsored, but
I blow for a living.
you can toot
But
away.
between the Quiksilver Pro in New York and then this one, like the
But that's
most
like 20 years between.
don't
They've
get-
done other events.
I
between
don't
Then
care. But this
Those are the
one,
two.
this one is like a highlight. I mean, it was like
Yeah.
80 degrees, perfect waves, Hossegor in like what would consider to
Husker
be
in September,
the off season.
right, Dane? Dane's still on the show.
Thanks. It was
Uh,
great.
We got Michelle Perez, Vasco Ibeto, Coco Ho, Kale Walsh, Clay Marzo was there, Jeremy Flores, Mark Lacomere. A bunch of people got huge scores. At the end of this whole event,
Sierra Kerr, Josh Kerr.
Josh Kerr got a 10, Sierra Kerr got a big score. I mean, it was the who's who. It was Mason Ho and Coco Ho in a team. Here's your list of winners. Michelle Perez and Jeremy Flores won because they know a lot about getting tubed and doing big turns and big, giant French
So it was a
beach break.
team comp.
Team comp, Jean Duru, Mark Lacomere second, Al Cleland Jr., Clay Marzo third, Josh and Sierra Kerr fourth, Aritz and Vasco fourth, and CJ Hobgood and Adriana De Souza had a
Whoa,
team.
Siege. Okay, but
Double world
let's
champions
talk
on
for
that
a second
team.
about the daddy-daughter team up.
Yes,
That's pretty
That's tight.
insane. That's really, really insane.
and
I
they
think
were
that's-
charging. Josh was. Oh, and I must mention a great web series covering this event called Baguette TV. Baguette TV, I think hosted by Stace Gilbrath. Very well done. You can see it at Inherent Bummer. They've got all the episodes there. They did all their interviews with a baguette. Yeah, and last time I was in France doing a project with Red Bull, I used a baguette to illustrate airs. So baguettes are hot.
They're
Have you ever been
delicious.
to? Have you ever eaten a baguette on the beach in France, Dane?
Not on the beach, on the river.
On the river, he's eating a beach on. He's eating a baguette on the river. Love having Dane on the show, even though he's not really.
Dane's on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
He's not on. He's kind of off the show, but he's still on it.
He's show adjacent.
7,000 readers of Stab Magazine put their votes in to figure out the best surfboard, maybe the most popular surfboard. But either way, here's your list. 23% went Channel Islands, 18.9% went Lost Mayhem, Vesyl 16, and then you got Sharp Eye, JS, Album, DHD, Firewire, and Chili. I can see the popularity bracket here, but I feel like this
How come no one put Wavestorm?
Well, I feel like this is heavily weighted to Australia because Chili, DHD, and JS, they're internationally popular brands, but very popular in Australia.
I feel like Wavestorm outsells these people.
What's the Jerry Lopez board now?
Whatever the Costco one is.
Yeah, the Costco Jerry Lopez board is probably the best-selling surfboard on the planet. According to Stab readers,
I wonder what Jerry gets. Do you think he gets
royalties? Yes.
Or do you think they just paid him a flat fee?
Royalties.
You think he gets royalties every board?
Yes.
No fucking way.
His
dude.
autograph is on the board.
Yeah, I know, but
you would know. You would actually know more.
Yeah, but sometimes you can either negotiate for royalties or you can negotiate for a license.
Does Tupac get royalties from the watches? Does his hologram
He's
get
dead,
paid?
Chris. He's dead, and he's not coming back.
Recently deceased. Great poet, though. Amazing watch designer, Tupac was. You want to know the hot models for these surfboard brands? The Happy Everyday, the Too Happy, the CI Mid, and the OG Flyer for Channel Islands, the Round Nose Fish and the Driver 3.0 for Lost, the Ghost and the Phantom, the big sellers for Vesyl, and the Inferno 72 and 77 are Sharp Eye's biggest sellers.
Not the best names.
What would you if you had a surfboard brand? Give me two names of board. Give me your small wave board name. You're a marketing genius, Todd.
Small wave board?
Yeah.
Sodomizer. No? That wouldn't be a good name?
I like it. It kind of would fit in with the Subdriver and the Annihilator. What about the Dribbler?
The Dribbler. Ooh,
the
that'd
Dribbler.
be good.
Dane Barry's here, folks. Off the show, but still on the show. What would you call a small wave surfboard if you had a brand?
The Drifter.
The Drifter. I believe that's
How about
taken
just
by
the
Rob
Suck?
Machado. But
What the suck?
the Suck.
Yeah.
The Sucker. I like Dribbler. So any shapers out there, you want to call your small wave board the Dribbler, go
That was
for it.
Chris's nickname in high school.
Oh my gosh, there's Nixon news all over the place.
What else we got?
Caity Simmers. And this news kind of just slid through. It kind of fell under the radar, but it's huge news. So in 2022 at the ISA World Surfing Games, Kira Pinkerton won the event, securing an extra spot for the the Paris 2024 Olympics that will be held at Teahupo'o. I thought that was a pretty good pronunciation, personally. Caity Simmers, the Nixon team rider. Yeah. She has now qualified for the Olympics.
These are provisional
This just kind of came in and she qualified for the Olympics.
Dane's got something else.
What?
Dane, what else do you have?
Dane's back on the show
Dane's
now.
back on the
If you
show.
if you got stuff, you're back on the show.
Oh,
my gosh.
whoa, we got Caity
Look at
Simmers
that.
shirts.
We got
That-
Dane.
That O'Neill plug, but
Dane brought.
Nixon photo.
This is a Caity Simmers shirt. This is what everybody was wearing down at Lowers.
She got a Nixon
This is the shirt that I
right
tried
there.
to ask for a couple people. They said no
You
way.
know, Dane, I'm not
Are you
telling you
giving
what
this
to
to us?
do with your budget, but
Are you
know,
giving this to us?
Nixon.
This is
There's a lot of Nixon news.
You made me a sandwich.
Nixon should sponsor the podcast.
Wow.
Just makes
So
sense.
that's cool. That's gonna be that's an Olympic qualifier. So, Todd, you're not that impressed with the news I just dropped. Caity Simmers, current best female surfer on the planet. One of them,
There you go.
sickest surfer on the planet. So she's gonna be surfing for medals, or maybe she's qualified. Did you know that you can't call someone an Olympian until they compete?
Yes,
You did know that.
I knew that.
You've known that,
Yeah, and then they're always Olympians.
right? Yeah,
You're never a former Olympian.
right. Once an Olympian, always an Olympian.
That's right.
Barton Lynch, BL, the stoked bloke. He's been working on a video game now for a couple years, and guess
I
what?
beg your pardon?
Yes, a
What is
surf game. It's a Australian-based studio called Bangara Software.
Yeah.
Right. Australian surf legend Barton Lynch enters the world of simulated gaming with his debut of Barton Lynch Pro Surfing, PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox, November 17th. I saw a trailer of
If
it.
it's a simulation game, does that mean it's like a VR?
No. It's you just
Do you
play it.
stand
You
on
play
something?
it. No, you play it with a controller.
Okay.
No dragons and lasers, but
Kind of a bummer.
Todd, you can still play it. It does have It does have a Transworld Surf video game look.
It does.
Yeah, look at our set decoration. This is so good. Looks amazing. You can't pay for this kind of set decor.
People are not willing to.
Many are. This is a gnarly story.
All right.
Ali Briner,
Oh, I saw this.
22 years old, was surfing in Pacific Beach on just a small, normal day, having a good time with her friends.
I don't like this kind of information because it's like one of those random things
Yeah.
where like, Dana, you can't be
Dane?
in the studio and joining the live
Dane's
on
live.
my Instagram. You can't
No,
do
he's
that.
giving us numbers.
The Matrix is gonna break. You can't just do that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, what is
It
happening?
works. Dane's over there.
Dane is
He's live.
Dane
He's
is
alive in
podcast
studio.
adjacent right now. He's
Sorry.
trying to join the live.
Dane, this girl almost died, all right? So this is really gnarly. Normal wipeout. You know, it seems to be the benign wipeouts are the ones that can get you.
Yeah.
So a fin sliced through her thigh, severing her femoral artery.
God, it's so
20
scary.
seconds, she passes out. She lost 3 liters of blood. And the doctors had to close the wound with 46 staples. And here's where it gets radical. So she, luckily there was a former Marine on the beach, a gal named Mateus. Or is that, yeah. Anyway, I missed some
I
of the
don't know-
story.
I
But
don't know if-
anyway,
Are you ever a former Marine or are you always a Marine?
once a Marine, always a Marine.
It's like an Olympian.
Basically, when they grabbed her, brought her in, and they tied a leash around her leg,
Mhm.
and they were trained in this
Make a
type of
loop in
thing,
it.
a loop, and they stuck a stick in there and
twist it harder.
they twisted it harder. But anyway, she's survived and she's going to be fine. So gnarly. So it
Fuck.
doesn't just happen in big scary ways. It
Sand,
happens
sand your fins.
in San Diego
You ever
too.
your fins ever too sharp?
Probably.
I don't know, dude. That's scary.
Yeah.
When I used to get glass on fins on my surfboards, those things would be like cleavers.
Yeah. Scary. Surfing's sketch. The
Don't try it.
ECP Vesyl Aracera Pro Challenger Series is on. I believe they've had one day, and this event, if you're in California, will probably come on about 11 o'clock at night. So either stay up late to watch it or watch the replays. It's always a good event. The waves are always pumping there. Portugal is awesome. And Todd, I sent you this morning. Mateus Herdy in a, quote, psilocybin-infused Street Fighter-themed Trestles edit.
I didn't watch it. Tell me-
Psilocybin-infused Street Fighter edit.
So what does that mean? Like he was on mushrooms?
Maybe the filmer was.
The filmer's on
Either
mushrooms.
way, it was a great edit, and Mateus Herdy rips.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dane, do you have any other surf news?
I think you covered everything.
All right, we got everything.
Skate news is brought to you
This
by
is
Beneath
not gonna be
Apparel.
the best episode.
BN3T. Yes,
Your
it
part
is.
was amazing.
Why is this not a good episode?
It's not going to be the best.
We have people that are
episode.
paying to advertise on this. You need to
It's not the best. I mean,
bring a little more enthusiasm to this.
Dane's part was amazing.
Skate news
I've been
brought to you
good.
by Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel on Instagram. Hey, did you see the Dime pop-up in Paris?
Yes.
Very cool. Dime always.
Has Dime ever not done
I know they're
something
like
cool?
people need to pay attention to what Dime is doing from the other sports.
Right. Yeah.
There's not really a lot of like snowboard shops or surf shops that are bringing the level of
Yeah.
commitment
Creativity.
and creativity to skating.
I agree. Dime Glory Challenge is one of the best events all year long. This is kind of an offshoot of that, so there will be a full Dime
It
Glory
was a
Challenge
pop-up
soon.
retail store complete with racks people could ollie over or grind on, and
Yeah. What's funny that it's called Dime because I guarantee you there's nothing under
Have you been to the one in Montreal?
$10,000.
Have you been to the Dime store in Montreal?
Dane,
Either one
have
of you
been
guys?
to Dime store? I've been there. I've been there.
I've
Montreal?
been there too.
It's so
it's
cool.
expensive.
It's expensive, but the stuff's really good.
Yeah.
So you get what you pay for, and you're gonna look cool as hell. I mean, it's kind of
But
like
I have a
guaranteed.
question, and this is maybe Dane can answer.
Okay,
this.
Dane, come on.
So
Come, Dane.
we have
Come
these.
in. Come back on the show.
Dime is kind of obviously they have a great reputation in skating, but hear me out.
Long question.
All their sweatshirts and T-shirts and all this shit are all made in the same damn factories as everybody else's. Yes, we do. Come on, everyone is in it to make money.
We don't know that.
This is
you
like
don't know where Dime stuff's made.
This is like a Supreme thing, where you're literally paying for the logo of a T-shirt that's made next to this O'Neill T-shirt.
You're. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I don't know why I'm supposed to answer this, but
Because Nixon's T-shirts are probably made right next to those. This is true.
I will say every Dime item I've purchased has been amazing quality. Definitely is a premium. I can't afford it all the time, but the couple things I do have are insane. But
Why? What does it do?
I've never had Supreme.
What
shit,
does
so
the
I can't
T-shirt
compare.
do?
It just
The
feels good.
T-shirt. When you. Sorry, Dane. Todd. Can I talk to you for a second?
This is real talk.
Okay, here's the talk.
This is called
when you support a company like Dime,
Right.
you support Dime Glory Challenge. You support that awesome
I
pop-up.
understand
You
that.
support the skaters they ride.
Yes.
So because you pay $10 extra and it's a thicker,
10?
better T-shirt.
Have you seen
Okay.
the prices?
$40 extra. It's a thicker, better T-shirt.
Is it?
Yes, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
You just said you've never been to the store.
I didn't say I've never been to the store. I've been to the store.
Okay, so when you buy Dime stuff that might be a little more expensive than skate rags, let's say.
I guess what I'm saying is it
Yes.
is it okay for like a store like Supreme and Dime
Yes.
to charge $100 for a T-shirt?
Yes.
It is.
Yes, because it's
find
a
no
premium
problem with that.
brand. It's a premium brand. You don't have to buy it.
Right.
They set their prices to
Right.
be a premium
But
brand.
does that help the skate industry?
Yes, because you get to see things like the Dime Glory Challenge. Their team riders are showcased. They do collabs with Vans.
But then how? Okay, so hear me out, because
We've been hearing you out.
No.
You're wrong.
Dime.
hear me out more, because
One more hear out.
there's a tip to this spear, and it's
Get to
okay.
it.
So if that's okay, right? If that's okay for like say Supreme or Dime to charge a super premium for a T-shirt, why is it then that in the snowboard industry and even in the surf industry, why does everyone freaking complain when you have a premium product? Why is it only skate that you can have a T-shirt that costs $100, but then you have a premium product in the snow industry, and people are, oh God, this.
You were one of the people.
I'm one of the
That
people that what?
complains.
I am complaining now.
I would go back to your previous point of when you this whole conversation started and you said Dime's bringing these cool experiences to the community. And I think
Right.
that's how you.
Well, you got to
justify-
pay for those, sure.
Yeah, but that's how I would justify it. Is I don't see like what's a luxury snow brand that you would like. What
A
would you-
luxury snow brand?
Yeah, that you.
Well,
would-
there's like all the different snow brands, right? Like but a lot of them, and some of them in particular that we've actually talked about on this show, offer some products that are so wildly outside of the price range and for not a lot of
difference.
oomph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where my kind of like,
Well, then I guess if one of those brands were to do a Dime style event where it was like in the streets, they built this custom thing.
right.
They invited all these people. Like, I don't know, what's like a luxury snow brand like that has a super expensive, like
Well,
Patagonia
like
or
Burton,
something?
Burton. North
Burton,
I mean North Face I wouldn't really consider a snow brand, but
yeah.
they fall within that.
But if there was like a North Face Dime Challenge event, I think they would gain a little more of like credibility and respect of like, oh, like okay, I do support this. I think it's not purely a product thing. I think it's more of like a brand
Okay.
thing.
I see where you're going.
And Supreme is kind of its own monster, but the cool part about Supreme is, they made it super limited. The resale market
we know
is
their
even
roots.
bigger,
Supreme's roots
and
are
Supreme
in
makes
skate.
some of the best skate videos out.
Right. Okay, so I get that.
Yeah.
So their roots are in skate, but I'm just wondering,
So
like,
just admit.
are we off? Like, how far? Because you got to think that Dime is trying to follow in the footsteps of Supreme. Like, there's no way that you can't make that
I
parallel.
think they, and obviously I can't speak for them, but just knowing the people that work there and the people that put these events on,
That has nothing to do with the people that work there.
I'm just saying that I don't think they're like, they're probably trying to be a mid-level Supreme. Supreme got so big that it kind of is out of skaters' hands now. It belongs to the world. Dime is still true to skateboarding and to skateboarders, and you can't like battle the fact that their events are probably the best skate events ever put on, right? The most entertaining,
they're incredible.
and the coolest.
Yes.
That's why you see everyone there. So
Yes.
it's worth an extra $40 for a T-shirt, Todd. And I don't know where they're made, so
Debatable.
neither do you.
I do.
Where is it?
I have a
Drop a
hunch.
map.
I have a hunch.
Drop a pin.
Shenzhen.
Canada.
Shenzhen.
How do you know it's not made in Canada?
How do I know?
Yeah.
It's called profit margins.
You don't know.
I know.
Well, I got something for you. This is fun. On October 14th, right here in Encinitas, the Make Impact Tour is coming to Poods Park.
Oh, what's this?
2 to 5, Skate Jam, Cash for Tricks. The Vans team's going to be there.
Costumes?
I don't think costumes because it's the 14th. That's a little on the edge.
Is it? You were already talking about spooky time.
I mean, I'm going to wear a costume. I'm actually hosting the Jam and the Cash for Tricks, so it's going to be super fun. And then right after there's a community art show and a live Ray Barbie set at Rose Street.
And this is the day after Sequencer premiere at Hamburger Hut.
It's going to be the
This
sickest
is going to be the
weekend
best
ever.
week you could possibly ever have.
And listen to who's coming to Encinitas.
Go ahead, tell
Anthony
me.
Van Engelen, Rowan Zarilla, Jeff Rowley, Kyle Walker, Nellie Morville, Nick Michael, Elijah Burrell, Diego Todd, Andrew Allen, Curran Caples, and the one and only Ray Barbie. And if you're not in Encinitas on October 7th, this weekend, Pawn Shop in Covina will be having a big-ass demo. So Vans is bringing demos to skate park.
That's
It's
sick.
gonna
Do
be
you think Ray
super
Barbie
sick.
will play?
Ray Barbie is playing.
Did you see Ray Barbie's
at Rose Street after I had just said that.
Okay, but I was thinking about
Are you tuning into the Monday M.A.S.S,
No,
Todd?
I'm looking right here. I'm looking at questions.
I don't think you tuned in.
Did you see Ray Barbie? He just, or someone just put this clip up. It's fairly recent. Of
Oh, No
him
Comply 360.
doing the 360 no comply.
Dude.
Still so good.
Dane,
Ray.
I've seen you do a No Comply 360. How do you do that trick?
It's like a 1 out of 10 tries for me. It's not too consistent.
Okay, I
They're
never
good
tried
though.
it.
When you can pop them and get your foot back on, kind of like a 360 ollie.
If you could do it like Ray Barbie, which
Hey,
only Ray
I
Barbie
watched,
can do it like Ray Barbie.
I listened to, I should say, the Omar Hassan on 9 Club yesterday on the way to LAX to pick up my wife.
Nice.
It's really entertaining.
You know what? I love, because Omar Hassan has been right there doing it for so many years now. From street parts, Black Label, mini ramp contest wins, like Vans Warp Tour, vert skating, pools, bowls. The dude has been doing it in a hardcore way
Yeah.
for so many years.
The impression that Omar has left
right? I'm just
on the
so,
flat bottom
yeah.
with his teeth on so many ramps, it's unbelievable. He has knocked his teeth out
Oh, yeah.
twice around me.
He scalped himself.
That iconic image, he talks about that in 9 Club. I've literally watched Omar bust his front teeth out
Yeah.
twice in front of me.
I know Omar's been respected this whole time.
He's the
for
greatest.
sure, but I just think that it's so great to see him even getting more due. You know, he's like
really funny too. He's super entertaining,
Yeah.
charismatic dude.
yeah. It's
He's-
just rad.
Do you remember when he was like part of the Chrome Dome crew?
No.
Like that was when
Silver
he was
helmet?
yeah.
Oh, like
when he was part. There was like 3 or 4 kids.
Chrome
I
Dome
think, that
crew.
They were part. They were called the Chrome Domes, and they were. He would skate the. We would come out here and skate, and if the Chrome Dome dudes showed up,
Right.
it was kind of like a aggro section.
That's
But
tight.
Omar's, he's been awesome. Remember his original board that had like the genie on it with the 2 swords?
Yes,
Yeah,
that was a good
blockhead
board.
boards. So
I mean, yeah, Omar's he's a G, and it's just again, it's great to see him skating, kicking ass, and ruling. What else we got? Orange Man Skate is a great video that I watched this morning. Might be better to eat a couple gummies and watch it at night to really see the creativity come into fruition. You know what I'm saying? Also, Tampa Am is coming on October 12th.
Very cool.
That whole weekend will be Tampa
That's
Am
another
weekend.
event that, like, I bet Tampa, the Tampa skate park could sell T-shirts for $70.
Like Tampa shirts?
They put on great contests.
They do.
Why don't they sell T-shirts
But
for $70?
they're a skate park and a production company.
Yeah, but they should sell
Which I
T-shirts
guess
for
Dane-
$70.
Dine- Maybe they will.
They
We
could be
know
the-
people there. We know Brian.
They could be the
Paul.
supreme of
I can call Paul
supreme
anytime.
of Tampa.
Paul Zitzer will answer my phone anytime.
What if
Anytime.
What if that skate shop became the pro shop at the skate park of Tampa became the supreme of Tampa, Florida?
Just high end. The Supreme of Tampa, Florida. No,
Like a
that's an oxymoron.
like a fishing collab skate gear.
Yeah, good. Todd, you're so on your
Schaefer's
marketing game
on
today.
board with me, dude.
I said
know he
you're
is.
on your marketing game. You should do this for a living. Dane, do you have any other skate news we should be aware of? Dane Barry, folks.
You guys already talked about that Giovanni part.
Yeah.
That's been on repeat for me.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that? Never mind.
Oh my God! I know you're about to say something bad. Don't say it. You're
gonna
live.
I was gonna say Ray Barbie's.
You're live.
Gonna be playing a set at the Rose Street Skate Shop after.
He's playing a set at Rose Street, and there's a set at Lou's Records after that as well. That same day, Lou's Records show. The Encinitas Rad Maps is coming out.
Oh, wait, we do have skate news.
Encinitas Rad Maps. What's the skate news?
Death match. Thrasher Death
Oh
match.
my God!
Ooh.
Thrasher Death Match just happened at Pappy and Harriet's.
Yeah.
Back to form, huh?
Yeah, that was insane. That death. Do you guys see that death pocket thing that they built?
No.
It was like a mini ramp, and then it was bowled off on
Oh,
one
yeah,
side.
yeah.
It was just like 2 feet around the. Oh my God, that was insane.
I feel like
I love Death Match.
there's just a lot of like the people that come up with the concepts for those ramps and the setups are like, okay, how can we hurt people? How can we hurt people bad? And who's gonna?
We
And
need
like,
content.
we need to make a ramp that like 6 people are gonna figure out how to skate, and the rest of the people will just get bodied.
And guess who earned it? Chris Russell for sure. Who else was standing out? Rainey Barris. Yeah.
I think Roman Pavage.
Of course.
Mm.
The usual suspects and
Milton.
Deathmatch, are going to rip.
Yeah.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Deathmatch on Thrasher Magazine. Check them. Snowboarding news is brought to you by Mint Snowboard Tours. New Japan Cat shredding experience still available. Just a few spots left. That's 6 nights, 5 days, limited to 10 riders. Get in touch at Mint Tours on Instagram. All right? It'll be the trip of your life. Oh, I don't want to cover up the Tupac stuff. Tupac watches tomorrow from Nixon. Oh, Todd.
What?
This is just a little much. It's amazing. It's an amazing feat for a human to be able to do this. Is it too much? Hiroto Ogawara, 2160. 2160. Can
How
you
ma-
please explain a
how many is it?
2160?
How many is that? How many is it?
6?
6. 6 twirls.
6 360s.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Why?
he did that.
You're just repeating yourself 5 times.
Well, tell me about it.
Well, you basically have
No,
to.
I know about I know about the numbers. Are you impressed? Are you bummed?
I think that, once
You're bummed.
I'm not bummed.
You're
I
not
mean,
bummed.
what we're doing here is throwing. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of precision to stop yourself,
And a lot of bravery.
knowing where you are 6 times around.
Yeah.
Should it happen? I don't know.
Once or twice.
Like that's a weekend trick.
I think it's cool that it
You're
was
not doing
done.
that. You're not doing that shit on weekdays.
I think it's cool that it was done, but now
That's
that it's done, we can go back to maybe
That's a-
backside 180s.
That's a big air. It's a big air winning trick. So it's only going to be a trick that's
oh
done
my God. We
like
gotta watch this more now.
like 4 weekends a year.
we
maybe.
gotta watch 2160s now.
But for the most part, unless the jump is perfect, and you're trying to do 6 spinners with a couple loop-de-loops thrown in there for good measure, you might just get destroyed. So you need it's only going to happen on weekends. Maybe it's going to happen attempted 5 times over I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just incredible that people can hold on to their board for 6 spins like that. And
Well,
like,
you're strapped to your board, so it's. He's wearing bindings.
oh,
Yeah, so his board's connected to his feet. That helps with spins.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Dane, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good am I at snowboarding?
10.
I appreciate your honesty.
You're super good.
If you're a snowboarding enthusiast who grew up in the 90s, there's a chance you remember these trading cards.
Oh, here we go.
Airtime trading cards. As you would know by now, by listening to this show, I am a collector card enthusiast.
Are they worth anything?
You know what I've heard, and this is reported by Stan Levier. Thank you very much, Stan. So, in talking to my collector card friends,
Can I play the part of one of your collector card friends?
yeah.
You call me on the
Okay.
phone. You call me on the phone.
Hey, Todd, collector card friend.
Hello, hello. Who is this?
So I've got this. This is Chris. I've got these airtime snowboard cards.
No, we do
I wonder
not.
how
We do
much
not
they're worth.
sell those here.
So basically, these cards are worth as much as somebody is willing to pay for them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are you angry,
I'm
Todd, because you didn't have an airtime collector's card?
Well, clearly, these don't carry the same value as the
This is
World
what
of
Todd
Warcraft
does
Series
when
2
He didn't get a card.
cards that I have now. These cards,
He's got a book cover.
I cracked a pack. What do you call it?
He's had many breaks.
I broke a
live
pack.
breaks.
I feel like crack a pack is more.
Do you remember these cards?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They're collectible cards.
My name is Terrence, and I work at the Card Emporium. What's it called?
You don't work there,
I work there.
obviously.
My name is Terrence.
Also, it's snowing in places.
Great.
Somewhere.
Hey,
It's snowing close to us.
we
Somewhere.
it is, and I think a lot of the snow guns are going.
What's up with the guys in the line right now? Are they opening day guys?
Ooh, Nate Dogg. He's probably starting to sniff because
having to
now
sniff around?
once October, it's now October
Oh, you got a
2nd.
Nixon watch on.
Dude, this is called the disc.
This is how we try to get
It's a
new
new,
sponsors by
Once the snow guns start
showing
blowing,
their stuff.
it becomes a battle between Loveland Ski Area and Arapahoe Basin. Arapahoe Basin kind of has the advantage these days. But once October comes around and the temperature forecast looks good, this is when Nate Dogg with 4Gs begins to sniff around that lift line, and you begin to hear whispers of
Right.
potential opening dates. You start to look forward to how many days they can make snow.
Interesting.
I mean, it is snowing right now in
There's dusters.
in Colorado, in
Yeah.
Utah.
There's
It's-
dustings happening in Whistler.
I think
Our
it's going to
friend
happen.
John
I
sent
think
some
I think
duster
Nate
pics.
Dogg is going to claim another one. Trailer Tom and Nate Dogg are going to claim another chairlift victory
I hope
in
so.
Colorado.
I really hope so.
Hello.
We're going to Japan in
I've been
January.
I've been on
with Mint
hold
Tours.
for 3 minutes. We were talking about your card collection.
Nerd News is brought to you by New Greens, which Todd has in his garage and will not give to me,
I'm telling you, we're in a
because he does not want me to be healthy.
We're in a contest to see who's going to
He
live longer.
wants
I
me
am not
to
giving you any
Turn
advantage.
gray. There was a pretty interesting thing happening this weekend that I've never seen. I think it's the first time it's done. A completely animated live broadcast of a football game, but it was all Toy Story characters. So it was the actual game with announcers and everything, but it was all animated as Toy Story characters.
Mhm.
I thought that was pretty cool. It's nerdy.
Really?
It's cool. Football.
Who won?
Sports.
Oh.
The sports one.
Like I was saying, I began to watch this new show called Generation V on Amazon Prime. I'm a giant fan of the show The Boys.
Yeah.
If you are a fan of The Boys, Gen V picks right up with the over-the-top, aggressive imagery, violence, weird freaking
Penis stuff.
giant penises on.
Is there penis stuff again?
Huh? Yeah.
You heard me.
There's penis
You
stuff.
heard my question.
There is penis stuff on
Don't say
there.
huh.
Oh, I know.
Um,
So that's what we have. And also remember, if you are in Encinitas on Friday the 13th of this month, which is being October, stop taking pictures. What are you taking pictures of?
I'm getting our questions.
The sequencer premiere
Jeez.
for the Quiksilver snowboard movie will be happening. You know, we didn't even talk about Mecca. the big Mecca festival.
Oh, we were gonna
in
call
Denver.
Chad Otterstrom, but your phone's
Anyways,
spoken
apparently
for.
it was a great success. The Ride movie went off. Our Quiksilver movie went off. Red had a bunch of rails set up down in Denver for people.
Yep.
Rob Rothler went absolutely bananas on it.
tight.
It was just good stuff.
Yeah, so Mecca was a huge snow event, a gathering of awesome people. Unfortunately, we're not able to make it. I know our friends at Mint Tours were there. They told us it was awesome too. So I got some questions. You want to
Okay,
get to questions?
Let's hit the questions.
All right, so we got questions. Connor Fitzpatrick says, Chris, mask my hole. What? Do you guys still sell merch? We do, and now we have a shipping
We just don't
sponsor.
ship it. Okay, we sell a lot of merch. We
Yeah.
just don't ship any of it.
Yeah, but now we're going to
But we're
because
really
we're sponsored
we're
by
really
Vesyl.
forthcoming with that though.
Yeah, we probably have like 5 or 6 shirts left and maybe a hat or two. So DM us or
I'm
DM me.
We're just
He
kidding.
doesn't
We
know
don't-
anything
We don't
about
just
this.
take your money and not send anything.
Adamet's Art wants to know, what is the most satisfying sound in skateboarding?
Oh,
Satisfying sound in skateboarding.
Dane,
do you have one?
Pool coping.
Pool coping, the clickety clack of pool coping.
Ooh.
I like the sound of a 4-wheel slide on asphalt.
I like the sound of a like a backside air where it bonks off
Like-
the coping.
Click.
Yeah, the slappy tail bonky sound.
Okay. Snake Eyes Surf Club wants to know, who's your favorite longboarder today? Also, leash or no leash on a longboard? No leash on a longboard, not now, not ever. Never. My favorite current longboarder is this kid from Peru, I think. His name is Machu, and he's got the sickest style. And I watched him down at the longboard event, the WSL Championship Tour they watched. He's pretty rad. And the Malibu finals are any time between now and the 13th up at Malibu. It's a one-day event. So I'm glad you brought up longboarding because I'll be there, and it's going to be fun. Do you have a favorite longboarder?
Tosh Tudor.
Tosh Tudor. That's a good answer. Hana Lee says, freestyle skateboarding seems really big in Japan. Do you think it will make a comeback here in the States? We've got a skateboarder here to answer this question as well. Dane?
Yeah, Andy Anderson. I would say is leading
He
that.
blends though.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
a
blend.
blender.
Killian, I think is his name. Killian Martin, the other dude on Powell. He would make those really artsy
Yeah, the
videos like 10
performance
years
art
ago.
almost, yeah.
Yeah, I saw him skating with Andy on some video recently. I'm going to Japan in 2 weeks, so I'll report and see if I
Can
see
I come?
freestyle.
Can we come? I think that the one of the main reasons why freestyle skateboarding is so big in Japan is because there's not a lot of space to skate, and they do not want you
You're
to skate
not
in
allowed
the
to
streets.
skate anywhere.
So people can freestyle skate in a driveway, and it is fun to watch. I know that Canada has had some big events, but most other skateboarding competitions, Japan is on top.
I gotta be honest with
Japan is
you.
super
I gotta be
gnarly.
honest with both of you.
Yeah.
I would fast forward every freestyle part in every video.
Oh,
back,
like
back in the old Powell
historically?
days. Yeah. I told
Even
Don,
Rodney
you know,
Mullen?
you know Don Brown? Obviously you know Don
Why
Brown.
did you tell Don that?
I always tell Don all the time, like, oh man, I fast forwarded so many of your parts.
That is.
That was your vert button.
He actually probably
Yeah.
thinks that's fun.
Totally. As the vert button gets pushed. it was like,
Zachary Critter says, how much money would it take to ride only wave storms for an entire year? $100,000. I'll do it for $100,000.
Pretty low number.
They're fun.
Not that fun.
I mean,
I'll do it.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
Damn it.
What?
Who sent this question?
Sunbender Band.
No,
CJ
that's my
Smith?
band.
Surf Saltwater?
Damn it.
You screenshot it.
Oh man.
I screenshot it the wrong
Chris.
time. Let me just look back. It'll just take 1 second.
Yes.
God. Oh, this is from Las Olas 8504. Favorite snowboard surfboard that you wish you hadn't got rid of back in the day. That's a good one.
Ooh.
It's a good one.
I think for me, it's probably I had a Sims Terry Kidwell, the very first horizontally laminated wood one. I wish I still had that.
Ooh.
I wouldn't ride it. I just stare at it.
Okay.
What about your surfboard? What do you think?
I had a red Marlin Twinser in the early 90s. It was the board that I learned like chop hops and airs and stuff on. So that was a big one for me. I can't figure out who sent this question, so I'm just going to ask it. Maybe it's Connor Fitzpatrick. Maybe it's Anyway, I'll read it. Oh, well, it's no questions today, but I just wanted to say our family was at Mecca this weekend. Mikey did a phenomenal job at the event, and we watched Sequencer in the park, in the grass, under the stars, a big movie projector. It was a moment for my kids that I hope they never forget. Congratulations to all the Quiksilver riders on an epic project.
Wow.
I really should figure out who wrote that, because that was a very kind and courteous message. Chasing Winter Production says, where and when was Chris Coté's... Oh, God.
Can I read it? Where and when was Chris Coté's deepest powder day on a snowboard?
And what happened that day, Todd?
No.
What happened that day?
That wasn't your deepest day.
I think it was.
I thought... Weren't you in Colorado with us when it snowed like 5 feet at
No,
Copper?
Dane was.
Oh, Dane was.
Dane was.
Yeah,
I wasn't there that year. My deepest powder day was probably at a mountain up the road, and I had step-ins, and I had the worst day of my life.
His step-ins stopped working halfway down his first run. You ever hear
I
this
don't
story,
like to talk
Dane?
about it.
It's a pretty good
Winter.
story.
Chasing Winter Productions, thank you for asking. I wish I had a better answer for you, but my best powder day was also the worst day of my life.
It was like one of the nicest walks Chris has ever had down a
No, it was
powder
they were
field.
sledding. I was sledding right into tree wells for fun. Yeah. So thanks for bringing that back up. Trey Jackson says, when are we getting a Monday M.A.S.S surf trip on the books that listeners can join? Also,
like a mint
where would your
tours?
top destinations be?
Ooh, like a mint tours thing.
I prefer to go on surf trips by myself, Trey. Sorry. I mean, yeah, like you can be invited. Top destinations. You know, I'm just going off recent memory here. I had a really great trip
go to
down
El
to
Salvador.
Nicaragua at Costa La Barra. It was insane, like super easy. My last trip to El Salvador. El Salvador is always a good place to go on a trip, in my
do one
opinion.
at Waco.
Oh, this is from Cruz. Cruz Oliver.
Oh,
That's
that
who was
the
at
question?
the... Look, they have videos and everything.
Oh shit.
Look, videos from the premiere. Sick of Todd to show up to his own movie.
Look,
Did you see Todd there?
budgets were tight.
You didn't? Cruz, thanks for that great message. We want to thank Dane Barry for coming on the show.
Dane
Do
is
you want to say anything else?
podcast.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Dane is pretty good on his first podcast. He was telling us about the watches. The Tupac collab from Nixon
Tomorrow.
is out tomorrow. And we're hyped on this. This is good stuff.
Which one are you grabbing?
I'm grabbing that one. This is mine now. So, folks, sorry, that's taken.
Only
This is not for
29
sale.
days till Halloween.
This one's not for sale.
Right,
That's
Chris?
mine. I'm taking that one.
29 days till Halloween now.
Yep,
Do you have any ideas for your costumes?
couple.
What can you?
I'm working on it. I'm
You're
working
working
on
on
it. Yeah,
I don't. Nothing is going to beat Lord Humongous out there on the
We'll have to
roundabout
repost
like
that.
last year.
We'll
that
have
was
to repost it.
incredible.
The countdown is on. Thanks, Dane. Thanks, Nixon, for showing us this awesome preview. Thanks to everybody that sent in questions. And we'll see you next week, I believe, right?
Yeah, next week.
We'll
All
see
right,
you
bye,
next week.
guys.
No reason why we shouldn't. You do smell.
Matt is how you make the goddamn sausage.